Hi friends! Today I'll be reading from this book of Native American fables. The tales are from the northern peoples of the Chukchi, Nensi, and Eskimo tribes. Today I'll be reading the fable called Bear and Chipmunk. Bear padded his den with dry leaves and moss, curled up in a dark corner, and fell so soundly asleep that he didn't know it had begun to snow. He didn't hear the blizzards raging over the forest, or the old firs and cedars creaking in the frost. When the spring sun rose over the taiga is a native word for forest, melting the snow and bringing forth the first gurgling streams, Bear awoke. He crept out of his den and sat down on a log, rubbing his eyes, stretching, and grumbling. Yes, spring is here, but there's nothing to eat. What am I going to do? He said. Indeed, Bear was very hungry, for he had not had a bite to eat all winter. No wonder he was famished. Famished is a big word. That's another word for hungry. It means very, very, very hungry. Famished. He tramped off in search of food. But since there was still a lot of snow on the ground, he could not hope for much. There was not a single green blade of grass, to say nothing of the berries and nuts he loved so much, which would not appear for quite some time. Bear lumbered through the forest until he came to an old stump. Something was moving under it. Bear grabbed hold of the stump and tried to pull it up. The stump was big and its roots were deep, and Bear was still very weak. "Is there anybody here? Come on out!" he roared. A little brown animal darted out from under the stump. It was Chipmunk. He had been hibernating all winter too, snug in his burrow among the roots. Now Chipmunk looked up to see Bear roaring fiercely. "Why are you so angry, Grandfather Bear?" "Because I'm hungry. I haven't had a bite to eat all winter. Do you have anything to eat?" "Be right back," Chipmunk said, scooted down into his larder, which is another word for his den. Larder, which he'd filled with tasty tidbits the previous autumn, and he brought out some small, sweet roots. "Here you are." Bear ate them, and he had never felt better. "Thanks, Chipmunk. Though you're not very big, you're big-hearted." At this, Bear patted Chipmunk gently, but still his claws made dark stripes down Chipmunk's brown back. The stripes did not go away. Ever since then, the Chipmunks have had black stripes down their backs. When the other animals ask them why their fur is striped, they say, "That's because Grandfather Bear patted us." The end.